All right, guys. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Today it is day 5 of the World Series of Day Trading. It is February 25th. Hope everyone is doing good this morning. So, hold on, let me check. What's up, Square? What's up, Master? What's up, Justin? Here's my watch list today. Somebody's asking me what I'm looking at. That's kind of what I'm looking at this morning. We've got a lot of gappers today, just to take a look at this market. Let me pull this up. We've got COCP at the number 1 spot on my watch list, gapping up from 130s to 190s. Doesn't look bad. We've got MNK, which is Malincroc. I remember this one. This one's gapping up from 417 to 607. I think this one's tradable too. Let me check to be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this one is tradable for me as well. And so it should be tradable for everybody in the competition too, I think. Not 100% sure, but let me see. MNK. Yeah, so this one is tradable, so we can trade this one too in the competition. We got NIO, which is kind of like the Chinese Tesla. It's gapping up some. We got LL running a little bit. We got mRNA gapping up from 1859 to 2137s. We've got Keys. We've got Space, SPCE, gapping up really nicely from 3420s to 3720s. We got MNK. INMD, we've got AMD, looks good, looks strong. LK looks pretty good and looks pretty strong. RRC, we got the SPY itself, which is up a little bit, not a ton though. It's not a huge gap up by any means, but the SPY is up today. So what's up, guys? What's up, Jay? So my wife got me a subscription to Watch Gang a few months ago, and like the watches are alright. Some of them are cool, but she also bought me this Movado. She bought me this Movado for my birthday on vacation. You know, look at that. It's a pretty nice watch. I like it. It's a Movado. I think I have it actually on backwards, but they're in the garage door. But I did get a new. Let me make sure y'all can't see this. I did get a new Watch Gang box, so I'm gonna open up my watch real quick because you never really know what it's gonna be. Some of them are good and some of them are bad, to be quite honest. I could probably throw like an affiliate link for Watch Gang up here if I wanted to get some free watches, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's see what they got. This is from the Melbourne Watch Company. You know, the only thing I'm kind of disappointed in Watch Gang, if I'm being completely honest, is like they advertise like you're gonna get like Psychos or Seikos or whatever they're called, or Citizens, or like nice watches, and you really end up getting watches that nobody's ever heard of. And I'm pretty sure that they own like the watches that they send, and then they just kind of stamp whatever kind of price they want on it. So like they could be like, oh, it's worth $600, and they just kind of stamp that price on there just to justify their little thing. I mean, it's a nice watch, don't get it wrong. I'll say this though, they haven't sent me one metal watch this entire time. It's a nice watch though, but like I said, they haven't sent me one like real name brand watch. It's all like off brands that nobody's ever heard of. You know, yeah, you see it. That's the issue. It's like they don't send you any off-brand. It's all off-brand stocks that you've never heard of, or watches that you've never heard of, and then they slap like a price on there. So like, and I like the watch. Don't get it wrong, you know. But then they like slap a price label on there because like their whole stick is like, you're gonna get a watch that's worth more than you pay for your subscription. But it's like, if you own the watch company, you could just name any price you want. I could be like, hey, this watch is worth $1,000. You know, you're getting a great deal. When really, I own the watch company, and the only people that are getting it are Watch Gang people. And so that's their deal. Like, that's what they do. And like I said, I could throw some affiliate links for Watch Gang, but I'm not gonna do that. Because I don't know if I necessarily agree with their product, if I'm being completely honest. Because I like watches and stuff, but like, they take watches and they start their own watch company, or they partner with these watch companies that nobody's ever heard of, and then they run up the price themselves. Like, it might be like a $60 watch, right? But they're gonna slap a $300 price label on it just so they can be like, yeah, we sent you a $300 watch for $100. Anyways, sorry to talk randomly about watches this morning, but yeah. Let me see it. Turn that off. Has anybody ever heard of Melbourne Watch Company? You know? It's a nice watch. I mean, it's not that I have anything against them. I think I'll probably cancel my membership, though, if I'm being completely honest. Alright. So yeah, so let's go ahead and start looking up some news. We're at around that time here to the team. So the first one that I'm looking up today is MNK. Somebody said something about TradeNet betting against you. Right, I mean, you're buying, here's the thing, right? You're buying Addicted Addy, you're buying the surprise of whatever watch you're going to get, right? So you're buying the service of getting the watch there. But what they kind of advertise it is they flash like Citizens and Seikos and like well-known watches in their advertisements, right? But when you actually subscribe to their service, they're sending you a bunch of no-name brand watches that, like I said, I'm sure they're probably like $50 watches, right? Because there has to be some type of margin for them to make money. And then since they're partnering with these companies, they're slapping on a higher price stamp, right? So it might be like a $60 watch. They're going to slap on like a $300 price label. And then just so whoever buys it is like, wow, they sent me a $300 watch. When really it's like a $60 watch that they just slapped a $300 label on because they control the supply and demand, right? So they can slap any type of price on it they want. Point is that you're not getting name brand watches. You're getting a bunch of no name watches that you've never heard of. And that's the truth behind it. Anyways, I'm gonna change the subject. I'm gonna rant about it if I do. But I like the watch, don't get it wrong. Like, look, I'll even wear it. I mean, it's not my Movado watch right here, you know? Like, of course I like my real Movado automatic watch, but, you know, it's a nice watch. I'm not hating on it, you know? Like, I'll wear it, you know? But it doesn't really matter what it is. It's just a little bit of false advertising, I would say, to be honest. You know? Alright. But yeah, M&K Malincroc, this one is actually tradable for us as well. But no, for the person that was talking about whether TradeNet takes the other side of your trades after a while, I mean, I kind of expected that that's what they do. Mostly because, like, they're going to bet against you until you show them that you're a good enough trader, right? At least that's what I think, and that's what makes the most sense to me. And like I said yesterday, I'm not really mad at them for it. That's a pretty safe bet. And I think people just have to have realistic expectations for a $375 account. You know what I mean? Like, I think people just need to have realistic expectations. I think the big thing is whether they pay out, and I've heard they do, and I think that's what ultimately matters. But again, you know, it's a $375 account for most. Some of them are more expensive, but in the end, you gotta have realistic expectations for them. Alright, buddy. I love you. Have a good day at school, dude. I love you. Alright, I love you, Bobo. Have a good day at school. Alright, sorry. Gotta tell my kids goodbye. Oh, is the music still pretty loud? Here, let me lower it. I got you. That should be a little bit better. Yeah, I just lowered the music. Alright, let me know if that's too low. If it needs to be higher. I'll put it a little bit higher. Let me know if that's too low, if it needs to be higher, what the deal is with the music. I don't think the music's that loud. I'm gonna start going over news in a second. Like I said, we're looking up M&K right now. M&K, they put out fourth quarter results. It looks like that were positive. Love you. Have a good day, school. You got your peach? Okay. What? Yeah. Yeah, my daughter's a great softball player. She did really well. We took her to the batting cages this weekend, and she did awesome. You know. All right, love you guys. Y'all have a good day at school. All right. So fourth quarter results came out that were better than expectations. This came out that said the company set an agreement in principle on the terms of a comprehensive settlement for opioid-related claims, has the support of a group of 47 state and U.S. territory attorney generals. And then it says, quote, under terms, plaintiff will receive $1.6 billion in structured payments, a significant part of which will be funneled to a trust. Mallinckrodt said it expects its specialty generics division will file voluntary bankruptcy petitions to trigger the proposed settlement. And separately, Mallinckrodt reported fourth quarter adjusted earnings per share of $2.40 on net sales of $804.9 million. Analysts polled by Capital IQ had expected the adjusted EPS of $2.06 on revenue of $773.2 million. A year ago, the company reported adjusted EPS of $2.18 on revenue of $834.9 million. And so, yeah, so good fourth quarter results that came out for M&K. We'll see what happens with it, but that's what's going down is positive fourth quarter results for this one. I think they also had like a settlement, but mostly this is due to fourth quarter results that came out for M&K. Again, we also have COCP. All right, so COCP is a coronavirus drug stock. It's a biotech stock that focuses on coronavirus drugs, and they had a nice drug licensing agreement that they reached with Kansas State University Research Foundation, and that's causing COCP to rip up here. Again, this is a licensing agreement that they reached with Kansas State University Research Foundation for COCP. And so that's what's going down for COCP. We're going to look at NIO next. This younger generation of traders is the future. Let's go. I don't know if I'd consider myself the younger generation. Like I said, I just told my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old goodbye. You know, I know I'm devastatingly handsome for my age. You know, but I'm over 30. I'll say that. And so I don't know. It depends on what you guys consider young. I guess I'm not really feeling that young anymore. But I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, man. But yeah, NIO is the next one moving. This one's kind of like the Chinese Tesla. It is a Chinese electric car maker. And that's why it's moving. We're going to look up NIO to see what's going down with this one as well. Yeah, most penny stocks aren't going to be tradable on Taskmaster. Most aren't, you know, and it's one of the cons of them, but I think there's a lot of pros, definitely enough to compensate for the negative aspects of them, but that is one of the negative aspects, which is that most penny stocks are not going to be tradable. You got some, like to put it into perspective, let me go over NIO real quick, and I'll show you guys how many of the stocks that are under $10 that are actually tradable today off of my Gappers list. And so one second, let me look up NIO's catalyst here. All right, so NIO is up after a collaboration deal with the Hefei government. I'm going to go ahead and quote this, and this is from Dow Jones Newswires, and they said the China-based electric vehicle maker announced a preliminary collaboration agreement with the government of Hefei, Anhui province, where the company's main manufacturing hub is located. Trading volume topped 15.8 million shares, making the stock the most actively traded before the open, and under the terms of the agreement, the Hefei government expects to provide resources and funding for support for NIO, as NIO plans to establish its China headquarters, expand its operations, and deepen its relationship with its partners in Hefei. Separately, Benzinga reported that the Bernstein upgraded NIO to market perform with a $4 stock price target, which is 3.1% above Monday's closing price of $3.88. NIO stock, which has lost 8.9% over the previous 2 sessions, has run up 89.3% over the past 3 months through Monday. In comparison, US-based EV rival Tesla's has soared 148% over the past 3 months, and the S&P has gained 2.9% in comparison. So, end quote. That is all quoting from Dow Jones Newswires. Yeah, like I said, NIO, it reached a collaboration deal with the Hefei government. And if you look at the daily chart, this is what they're really talking about. This thing is more than doubled in the last few weeks. You know, in October, this thing was at $1.19. It's currently at $5.29. And so a huge move. I would say this is what, like a 400% move. And so a pretty big move here. We'll see what happens. You know, really, what is this, like a 450% move? So a big move here for NIO. We'll see what happens with it. But this one is tradable as well. But yeah, so just to show you guys, like, just to put it into perspective, like NIO has a pretty decent float and it has a lot of liquidity, right? So NIO is certainly tradable, even though it's a $5.28 stock. You can see you could trade NIO. You could see LL, which is a $10.38 stock, is tradable. You could see mRNA is tradable. COCP is not. That's the 1 penny stock that's not. ENDP is. It's a $7 stock, so ENDP is. OPRA is not. What else we got? ZYNE is $5 stock. ZYNE is a $5 stock. It's tradable. SPCE obviously is. Mallinckrodt, MNK, is tradable, and so you can trade that one too. And so most of these stocks that are under $10 are tradable. Just the ones that had really low liquidity prior to today are the ones that are not going to be tradable. And so that's how you can kind of tell. Like I said, the numbers they give you is that if the stock has an average liquidity of 500,000 shares traded per day over a 6-month period, that's when they usually list the stock. And sometimes they'll list them a little bit early if they start making some big moves. But yeah, that's kind of what the rundown is on what stocks are versus are not tradable. And so, yeah, so NIO, we're going to keep moving on here. We got Lumber Liquidators, LL. Like I said, these are all tradable as well. All right, so LL, which is Lumber Liquidators, put out fourth quarter results. They put out quarterly earnings of 56 cents per share, which was better than the analyst estimate of 15 cents by 273%. It's a 229% increase over earnings of 17 per share in the same period last year. They also reported quarterly sales of $278 million, which was better than what the analyst originally estimated. They originally estimated $272. Like I said, the number came in at $278 million, and so it was better than expected. And it was also roughly a 3.7% increase over sales of $268 million in the same period last year. So good fourth quarter results came out for LL, which is Lumber Liquidators. We'll see what happens with this one as well. We got mRNA, which I'm pretty sure this is a coronavirus stock. I'm pretty sure mRNA is a coronavirus stock. Let me see. All right, so yeah, they shipped a coronavirus vaccine. And so they sent a batch of the mRNA 1273, which is a vaccine against the coronavirus, to the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease for study. They are expected to start the first clinical trials by the end of April, and the stock is up. So yeah, they shipped their vaccine to the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease for a coronavirus vaccine, and that's why mRNA is up. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a coronavirus stock. We also have Keys, K-E-S-Y, or K-E-Y-S, I'm sorry. K-E-Y-S is running. So they put out first quarter results that were better than the street expectations, is what Keys is doing. Not much volume, so I'm just going to kind of quickly run past that one. We got Teva Pharmaceuticals, which I'm guessing is up on coronavirus news. All right, so Teva received approval for their Armand Air Digihaler inhalation powder. All right, so Teva said the U.S. FDA approved their Armand Air Digihaler inhalation powder. It's a corticosteroid delivered by Teva's Digihaler device. That it also can, the reason it works is because it contains built-in sensors. It connects to a companion mobile app. Interesting. For people with asthma. Interesting. So it's kind of like my wife has bad asthma. Very bad asthma. I'm not allergic to anything. And in the end, asthma is just caused by a lack of exposure to the environment. And so when I grew up, my family had a lot of animals. My dad was a falconer and raised falcons, and so we had like quail and all these different animals in my house. And it turns out when I grew up, I wasn't allergic to anything that I know of. My wife didn't have animals when she grew up, and now she's allergic to everything. And so it just kind of shows you got to expose your kids to the environment if you don't want them to be allergic to stuff. Shout out to let me see who the subscribe. CZ Money, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Thank you for that subscribe. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button if you want to support our channel here. If you appreciate the content we put out, smash that subscribe button. Let's hit that like button. Let's bring that like count up to over 100 today if we can. But yeah, Teva's gapping up. Looks good. We also have, what was the other one I was looking at this morning? I put it on my watch list. I'll have to go back and check. I know AMD is moving. I'm pretty sure it's just moving with the overall market. But yeah, AMD is making a pretty solid rebound here. Let me see. I mean, AMD, it might just be rebounding from pulling back so big yesterday. Let me see what else I had on my list this morning. LK. We got LK. And so LK gapping up some, which is Luckin Coffee. Let me look up the news for this one as well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new for LK, but it is gapping up. Let's look at gap downs really quick. PANW gapping down, which is Palo Alto Networks. We got Shake Shack down a little bit as well. VCell, a few other ETFs. We got gold down, EVER down. So we got a few gap downs. I'm guessing these are on earnings. I can look up PANW and the other one, Shake Shack. Downgraded. All right, so second, Palo Alto, which is PANW. They put out second quarter loss that was worse than expected. They also reported the second quarter loss of 73.7 million or 75 cents a share compared with the loss of 2.6 million or 3 cents a share in the same period a year ago. So much worse than last year. Revenue came in at 816.7 million compared with last year's 711 million. So a little bit better revenue, but they were expecting 843.7 million, and instead they put out 816.7, and so worse than expected for sure. And so we'll see what happens with that one. We also have Shake Shack here. Shake Shack gapping up from 73.50s, or gapping down from 73.50s all the way to 63.30s. I'm guessing this is earnings as well. So yeah, they had a fourth quarter loss that was lower than expected. They also put out sales that missed expectations as well. They said, quote, they faced food and labor headwinds. And so, yeah, bad earnings, bad results, bad sales for Shake Shack. And so we'll see what happens with these. Like I said, interesting market. If we look at the market itself, it's gapping up slightly. It's not really a huge gap up. It pulled back a little bit. We closed at 322. Let me put that script up that two-way gave me. Hold on. Let me put that script up. I probably should save it. No? Two-way gave me a dope script that documents the previous closing price, and so I don't even have to do it. Like, check it out. So I do this, I add the script, and then that's it. I got this previous closing price. I'm going to apply that, and boom, it documents it automatically documents the previous closing price for me, which is just a really cool script. Like I said, if anybody wants this script, it documents the previous closing price on any stock. Like I could look at AMD. There's the previous close. I could look at MNK. there's the previous close. I could look at LL, there's the previous close, and so it automatically documents it for me, which is dope. Like I said, if anybody wants it, just join our Discord and go to the Thinkorswim script share. I got you. Or you could just kind of, let me see if it'll let me. That's a little bit too much. What's up, Sean? What's up, brother? What's up, Cola? Do I have a gas stove? I don't know. Why? No. I have an electric stove. I appreciate it, CZ Money. What's up, Shreep? What's up, brother? That's right, man. Aces. Yes, sir. Mojo Go Go. What's up, team? Alright, guys. But yeah, like I said, if y'all want this previous closing price script, let me know. You can join our Discord. I'll post our Discord link if anybody wants to join it. And then you just go to Thinkorswim. You go to TOS script share at the bottom, and then you scroll up and you look for two ways post. And you just copy and paste everything under previous day close. But yeah, there's our Discord link if you want to join that. Alright, so who we got still in the competition? Who's still in the World Series of Day Trading? I know I'm out, but we do have Danelle H at the number 2 spot, so, you know, hope everyone is doing well. We still got one full day left after today, and so we still got some time. What's up, the best? What's up, brother? We got Gary K at the number. All right, we got the Gary K at the number 5 spot. We got 2 people in the top 10. My man. That's about it though. But we do have 2 people in the top 10. Makes asthma worse. What does? What's up, James? What's up, brother? You still in it, Cola? Nice. Hey, good luck today, then, brother. You got this, man. Hey, you still in, James? Nice. Hey, nice, Cola. What's your name on there, brother? Let's see. The number 50 spot only is up about $5,700. And so it's not that bad. We're at the number 5 spot, which isn't too bad. We still got a full day left. Nice dog. What's up, Tiny? What's up, Ray Ray? Good morning, all. I get to stop by for a few minutes. I'm not sure if I am, as I haven't been able to trade this week due to work yet. Hey, well, welcome, Tiny. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. All right, team, let's do this. Let's win this thing. But yeah, look how cool this is, man. Two-Way dropped this on me yesterday, which is a script for Thinkorswim. It automatically documents the previous closing price. And so I can enter any stock in, and it shows me where that previous close is. And if anybody knows me, you know how much I use that previous closing price. Like, I love using that previous closing price, because ultimately that's what dictates gap fills and stuff like that, and red to green moves. And so the previous closing price is extremely valuable. You know, having it automatically documented just saves me a lot of time and work, because it makes it much easier on me. But yeah, look how cool that is. It just documents exactly where it closed automatically, which is great. I don't know why Thinkorswim doesn't have a previous closing price, a way to just add it to the chart yourself. You basically have to manually enter it. Hey, well, good luck, Coley. You got this. You got this. What's up, Scott? What's up, brother? All Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and look up the overall market news today. I'm going to look up the overall market news. Here's the SPY. As you can see, we closed at 322.42 on the SPY. Let's go ahead and look up the overall market news today, shall we? What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, brother? Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the overall market news. I'm just going to read the ETF preview. Alright, and so I'm going to go ahead and quote this, and this is from MT Newswires. It says, quote, stock futures rebounded in early Tuesday trade following Monday's sell-off as global markets grappled with the impact of the spread of the coronavirus amid efforts from different governments to mitigate its effect. New cases of the coronavirus infection were confirmed in Afghanistan, Bahrain, and Kuwait, while most people were infected in South Korea, Italy, and Iran, according to new reports. In China, the death toll climbed to 2,663, while confirmed cases went up to 77,658. The COVID-19 outbreak is making investors nervous as it could hit the global economy, while earnings are poised to be hurt as the operations of airlines, hotels, retailers, manufacturers, miners, among other things, are being disrupted. And the International Monetary Fund and economists expect China, Asia's biggest economy and the ground zero of the epidemic, to be negatively impacted by the outbreak. Moving on to... and that's all quoting, again, that's all quoting from MT Newswires. To move on to commodities, we have crude oil, which is down 0.4%. The U.S. Oil Fund is down 0.1%. Natural gas is down 0.3%. And the U.S. Natural Gas Fund is down 0.6%. Gold is down 1.4%, while the Spider Gold Trust is down 0.5%. Silver is down nearly 3%, and the iShares Silver Trust is down 1.4%. Again, that is all quoting from MT Newswires. So the SPY itself is up, but it's not up a lot, and it's mostly break even. We did get a lot of stuff that rebounded yesterday, and again, it's something that Mitch and I kind of predicted. We kind of talked about how this probably would happen. So if you want to add the setting, Tiny, or Tar, so I just use Thinkorswim for charting mostly, brother. What's up, Orlando? What's up, man? But yeah, so basically, if you want to, you go to, let me just show everybody this. All right, so you go to our Discord and you go to the Thinkorswim script share, okay? And then you see the previous closing price. You copy everything from hint down, and you just copy it there. So you click copy, you copy that, and then you go to studies here on Thinkorswim. You go to the beaker up here at the top on Thinkorswim, and you go to create. And you delete this, and then you just copy and paste that script. You click OK, apply, boom, there it is. And so that's how it adds it. And that's all you do. And like I said, very useful script. You guys know me. I very actively trade the previous closing price. A lot of the time, I'm using the previous closing price as like a risk level or a stop out level in my charts, and so I can find this extremely valuable. And like I said, if we look at a few different setups, like what did I trade yesterday? AMD? Was it? I don't know if it was AMD or not. But like you can see how much sway stocks have over the previous closing price. But yeah. Let me see. Should be an interesting day for sure. But stocks definitely have a lot of sway over the previous close. Let's look at yesterday's previous close, and I'll show you guys. Maybe that's not going to be as significant. Let me look at a different one. What did I trade yesterday? It was like CGC. I remember I used pre-market high and that previous closing price. Here it is. Here it is from yesterday on CGC. Like, watch how well this stock follows that previous closing price. If I document that previous close, stocks are respecting it for sure. It holds a lot of sway, really. It's right here. And so if we look at that, look at all the resistance there. Look at that resistance. All day, CGC respected that previous closing price. It didn't even respect the VWAP, but it definitely respected that previous closing price all day. And so just a really valuable indicator if you don't use it. Just a really valuable indicator. And so having something that automatically documents that is huge and super useful. What's up? What's up, Kosick? What's up, brother? HD looks strong. What's up, JB? What's up, man? Home Depot, right? Yeah. Yeah, Home Depot looks good. Let me see if it has any catalysts for today. So yeah, Home Depot, which is HD, put out fourth quarter earnings that topped expectations, sales that were in line with the street views, and they also raised dividend by 10%. So good fourth quarter results that came out for Home Depot. Like I said, it saw earnings that were better than expected, sales that were meeting the expectations, and they also raised dividend by 10% for HD. It's a good fourth quarter results for Home Depot. We got Lowe's here gapping up some as well. All right, team. But yeah, if I'm looking for some stocks to trade, maybe especially if I'm in the competition, I'm going to be watching NIO, MNK, LL, mRNA, AMD, and what else? TIBA. I'm going to watch those. Those look interesting. I'll still watch, like I said, AMD. I always watch AMD and Space, as well as Lumber Liquidators. But if you're looking for a stock where you can buy a bunch of shares with to have a good shot at like making some wins in the competition, like I said, MNK, which is Mallinckrodt, NIO, Space, pretty big range, looks okay. AMD, TIBA, those are the ones I'm mostly watching this morning. Shout out to DEN, welcome brother, appreciate the sub, man. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button if you appreciate what we do here. We're just a free resource and community for traders. That's why it's really cool when we have people that actually place in this competition, because unlike everybody else, we're just a free resource and community for traders. Like, we are just a free resource for traders to get together and learn. We don't sell a course or anything like that. And so, you know, it's really cool to have our team do well in the competition, because again, it kind of confirms we're doing the right thing and we're just putting everything out there for free. Like I said, guys, hit that like button as well if you haven't already. Check the daily chart for HD. Yeah, I like this pullback. It's got that support right here, right around 238.25, and so I do like that support. We'll see if it bounces right there, but it's actually gapping up way. Let me see, it's at 247s now, so it's actually right around the highs. Let me see, it opened up there, so yeah. If it pulls back, I do like that 238 level, but that's a big pullback to have. It must have gapped down pretty big yesterday. Let me see. Yeah, it was a big gap down yesterday. Home Depot has a bigger range than I thought it did. But yeah, I would watch it around that previous closing price, and then I would watch that pre-market high, that 247.80 level, see if it could break that. If not, you know, it's got 245, which looks interesting, and so that's the range I would watch. If it pushes up and pushes over 247.80, it looks good. Really, about 248 is probably the better one, but these two levels and then 245, if it breaks underneath that, I think it has a little bit of room to go until that previous closing price for HD. But we'll see. What's up, Marcus? What's up, brother? Space is reporting earnings today. ENDP looks good. Let's check it out. And it's got to have some type of catalyst, I think, for ENDP. Let me see if this was tradable. Yeah, this one's tradable as well. So yeah, stock under $7 is tradable too. Let's check it out. We can look it up. ENDP. I'm not really seeing anything for ENDP here. Let's get Mitch in here. But yeah, I'm not seeing any catalysts. Look at ENDP though. ENDP did just rip here. Hold on, let me turn this down. But yeah, look at ENDP. It actually just broke over that 715 level as we speak. Let me get Mitch in here. Hold on, let me turn the volume down a little bit. Yo, what's up, man? There we go. Alright, guys. What's up, Marcus? Sorry guys, I'm trying to kind of mess around with my website. I gotta update my logo on my website. See if I can exit out of that. That's too big. Medium. I'll do this after the stream. Oh no, what have I done? Let's exit out without saving. What's up, team? Can someone explain the drawdown on into an account? How many coffee mugs do you have? Bro, you don't even know, dude. I got so many coffee mugs, dude. I'm balling with coffee mugs. Really, I've got a bunch of beginner trading coffee mugs, too, that have, like, the VWAP fade on them. And so, but dude, check me out. Look at me. I got my R2-D2 mug again because I like Star Wars. Yeah. But yeah, I'm balling with coffee mugs, dude. You don't even know. Anyways. Thank you, guys. Yo. What's up, man?
What's up?
What's up, bro? We got Mitch in here, guys. Everybody can hear Mitch? Let me see. Let me do a sound check.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. What's up? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. Market's looking good, bro. Market's looking good, man. You still in the competition, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, still in.
Right.
Nowhere near winning, but
right,
still in.
But today we've got a bunch of cheap gapping stocks, so you could take crazy size today if you're still in it. So like you got MNK, you got NIO, they're all going crazy today. You got mRNA, so you got a bunch of cheap stocks. So if you really want to put the pedal to the metal, man, and just take that swing, you know.
Yeah, I like. I think I'm gonna try to stick to the stocks that I've been doing well in. I don't think I'll trade cheaper than $10 today. I'm gonna try to stick towards the ones that I like right now, like LL, CLVS.
Yeah, I was watching Lumber Liquidators for sure. That one didn't look bad. CLVS too, moving for sure.
Watch that one, and then EMPH, Space, Maxar, my mid cap stocks, LK. Those are
Yeah.
the ones I've been doing well on. Every single time I go outside of those ranges, I've been getting hit hard. So need to
Yeah,
start sticking to what I do well on.
Yeah, for sure. And that sounds like the right move. You know what I mean? I've been doing really well with like late morning plays on AMD. I think I've mostly traded AMD, CGC, maybe MU or mRNA, but I've been sticking mostly with AMD. Somebody else talked about it yesterday, where the benefit of trading the same stocks every day is that you can kind of learn how they move. You know what I mean? Oh, another one that you like is moving today. Shake Shack, SHAK.
Whoa, which way is it moving?
I don't know. I think it might be moving down, but it's moving.
Oh. What? Move it down? No.
Yeah.
This stock?
Yeah.
No, it couldn't possibly.
Dude, Shake Shack made the mortal error of competing with Five Guys. Five Guys, best burgers ever. Shake Shack learned, can't do that.
And they also made the fatal error of trying to push themselves with the Beyond Meat story.
Oh no, man, get that thing out of here. Like I said, that's one of the things I'm the most skeptical in. And like I said, I tried Impossible Burgers, or I tried Impossible Tacos, and they were actually good. I still think they're gonna fail, but they were good. But I still think they're gonna fail. I don't think the market's there. I think they're approaching the wrong markets. Just like you said, I think Shake Shack associating themselves with them. I think people don't go to fast food that want to be healthy, man. They just don't. If I wanted to be healthy, I would go eat a salad. I wouldn't go to McDonald's. And so selling Beyond Meat and Impossible stuff at fast food locations, like I said, it's like selling Versace in Walmart. It's just not the same. And
I've been hating on this stock ever since it broke 100. It broke 100 twice. Once it broke down underneath 100, I said this thing would never get back over 100. It bounced up there to 96. Can't make it, man. This thing's been just coming down. And when it built up here at 80s or 78, looking like it was going to come back, that was nothing but a Beyond Meat bounce.
Yeah.
It didn't even have anything to do with the stock. Next thing you know, what happens? Oh, the valuation starts kicking in. Oh, we're going to bring you back down to 60.
Yep. That's how it goes.
I could see this stock just like Beyond Meat at $50 real soon.
Yeah. I could probably agree with that. Beyond Meat, it had its day. The hype had its time.
It's just that people think that people don't realize about competition. They don't think about it. They just think about the stock. You can't think about a stock itself. You have to know the competition, especially if you're trying to invest in it or swing trade it. Day trading something else because you're going strictly off of candles. But if you're trying to invest in this or swing trade it, you need to understand the company as a whole. And I feel like I really just understood, hey, Beyond Meat was somebody that tried to take over a market, pushed into a market, put a lot of investment into a market. Yes, they got some return. They got a massive return right out the gates. But what ended up happening was they put so much hype into it that the bigger companies started jumping in. And when the bigger companies come to jump in, what do? They just come to steal some market share. They don't want the whole thing. They just want a piece of the pie. And then there's only so many pieces of the pie that's available. And so if you take pieces of the pie, what ends up happening is the valuation of that company will change. And I think that's just the story that I believe in. When I see evaluations that go through the roof, I need to see, can they even make this kind of money? Can their earnings even be up here? And a lot of the times you're going to find out that the answer is no. So then from that point on, you have to just determine what are the price points that technically wise would get hit. And that's looking for long-term resistance and support and using volume to determine that.
Yeah, for sure. Eber's asking if we could do NIO. NIO, we did that a little bit earlier. NIO was up after they announced that they had a collaboration with the government of Hawaii, where their main manufacturing hub is located. Let me see. It was actually the most actively traded stock this morning, and It is up 89.3% over the past 3 months. But yeah, they had a collaboration with the government of Hafai. It says under the terms of the agreement, they expect to provide resources and funding for NIO as NIO plans to establish, and this is all quoting, as NIO plans to establish its China headquarters, expand its operations, and deepen its relationship with partners. End quote. And again, that is from MT Newswires. But yeah, they a collaboration with the Hafai government is what
at least from what I think in this stock, I view this stock as near worthless. I've done my research into the stock. I tried to figure out if they were really going to be the next Tesla. They don't have a chance. Really, why? The competition in China is strong.
Yep.
And then Tesla stepping into that competition.
Right.
If I don't know about you guys, but if I have the availability to pay $10,000 more to get a Tesla or a car from NIO, I'm getting a Tesla.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Hey, I think, like you said, I think Tesla's stepping into their sector and into their area, and I think Mitch and I have watched NIO for years at this point, and like we saw NIO in its heyday when it was at like, you know, a little bit higher, and now we've seen it just kind of tank, and we've seen the rise of Tesla, and so like I said, I think you have to look at it where if you have the option between a Tesla and NIO, you're gonna go with the Tesla every time, mostly for name value. You don't know I've never seen an NIO car. I've never seen one, never heard of one. What Tesla did really well is it stepped into the popular culture and it made owning a Tesla cool, and I just don't see that with NIO. I've never seen their cars at all. It is a different market, but you do have to look at it in that way as well.
And then I think one thing you have to remember also is, where is this stock located? Where is the majority of its production? Where are the majority of its sales? It's in China, the weakest economy right now.
Yep.
Why would I be trading something on the upside that is in the weakest economy? So this is what at least my view on NIO. This thing's gonna pump into about $6, and then they're gonna hit an offering on it, and then you're gonna wake up one day and it's gonna be back at $3.
Yep.
Why? Because investors need money, and you see that 400 million that came into the stock in January. That's what's pushing this stock up. It's not all that volume beforehand. It's that one investor that got in probably around 350, pushed the stock to $5.
Yep.
And then that one investor is going to take some profit as this rips through fives and gets to the six, thus giving the company a chance to go ahead and put a secondary offering out here near $6, get a whole bunch of investment back into the stock, get another 400 million, and then the stock can have some money to really build those production cars and that kind of marketing that it needs to build, if this is going to be a good car company in China.
Which, I don't know, man. Like I said, I've never even heard of it. And even if it was a Chinese company, you would think I would at least seen it or heard of it, but I just haven't. And so I think NIO is a stock that a lot of people trade. It's cheap. It has a lot of liquidity. But I think in the end, it just has a large float. And whether, you know, we'll see if it succeeds long term. I'm skeptical as well. We got that bell in 8 seconds, guys.
Yeah, to me, guys, always whenever you see that tons of volume being added to the float, to me that's much more dilution view than a kind of appreciation view.
All right, guys, there's the bell. Let's do this. Today is day 5 of the World Series of Day Trading. Like I said, we had a lot of people that said that they were still in it, and so day 5. Let's do this. In and out's way better than Five Guys. How dare you, sir? How dare you, man? In and out, In and out's a gimmick. Five Guys is the truth, you know? Right, exactly, Ray Ray. You can't argue with free peanuts. Dude, I love those peanuts too. They're delicious, you know? You don't want to compete with Shaq's business sense. That's all I'm saying. You know, Shaq's owning a lot of Five Guys. You don't want to go against Shaq. You know, lesson in life. We got Space that's dropping down some. The market's pushing up a little bit. We got
Square seems strong.
Let's see, we got AMD pulling back a little bit. NIO pulling back.
huge spread on this LL.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever traded LL before. I've heard of it, but I've never really traded it. Yeah, spread's big. Makes it difficult to trade, I think. It's a low floater. I mean, it has the potential to move, but M&K dropping down some, down to 560s for M&K. Alright, so from what I'm seeing, most stuff is dropping right now, including the SPY. SPY's down, M&K's down, LL's down, CLVS is down, AMD's down, mRNA spiked up a little bit, but now it's breaking lows, Space is down, and so most stuff's dropping. SPY breaking lows down to 323.50s. LL tanking here. Dare I say tanking. We got AMD dropping some. Anyone who took large sizing on M&K got stomped to the ground. Yeah, unless they shorted it. I could short it on taps. And in the World Series, you could short it. So unless they shorted it. I mean, this is usually what you see. Like, a lot of the times, like, people talk about how gap ups show strength and gap downs show weakness, but a lot of the time it's the opposite. So, like, you're going to get a gap up, and then the stock's going to fill at least partial of that, at least part of that gap. And so I'm more short biased with gap ups, and it's something that I usually look for is just the stock to go down if it gaps up, and if the stock gaps down, kind of like the market yesterday. Mitch and I were both long biased in the market.
Starter put on here. I'm just getting about $200 to start. Just want to see a stock get into a good position, and then I'll look to increase sizing. Trying to buy up the red to green here in LL. I'm gonna risk off this 1990s here.
COCP's moving. I mean, it's big percentage moves for it, but I'm not loving it. It's not my style for COCP, Jerry. Plus, it's kind of sideways.
Saw a lot of volume get in this one on that pullback, so I tried to jump on the red to green move. Give myself an opportunity here to 990s. Don't want it below 990s.
Nice, Ray. Nice work, brother. Impressive NIO car. I don't know about NIO, man. I've never heard of them. I've never seen them. I don't know really what they're all about. I've seen the stock a lot.
All right, guys, might have to get out right here. The spread is spreading out, so I gotta hold at least for a second here to see if it rebounds. Getting a big rebound in LK. LK, I like that one. Square, also big rebound. Space, you also got a big rebound.
GILD, Daniel? Yeah, I know that's the one you talked about. You wanted that free mug, bro. You know, like I said, we'll see.
All right, guys, taking a little bit bigger swing now that I've seen that reversal there.
Looks good, man.
If we can get it back above VWAP, I'll look to add at VWAP. There you go. We're getting it to VWAP. Now we need to get it above, and then it pull back a little bit. Then I'll add again. There you go. Looking great. Now let's look for a pullback here to VWAP. So we want it at least 25. For right now, it can extend to 50 and then pull back towards 30. That's fine. We're looking for a 25 add here. There you go. There's 18s. Let's see if we can get it down below to 25s or lower, and then I'll snap on. Okay, there's 19s there. I'm taking 23s, 25s. There you go, guy. Able to get in there. Now we're at 20s. We just need to get this right back above here. So the out is going to be this 10 now. Risking 10 cents, 8,000 shares. Let's see if this can get back above. If we get a red to green move, this will be a great winner. So all I can do is give myself a shot here. The bid coming down on my number here, just got to be careful.
How much room do you have left in your account?
Not much. About $2,000.
Okay. I mean, that's still enough to take a reasonable swing and kind of go for it, you know?
Yeah, this is it right here. We'll see what happens, guys.
Yeah, because like I said, I was going to ask, like, sometimes you gotta just take a big swing, and you still got a big chance.
This breaks out here, over 30s, we'll try to add 2,000 more. I need to use my other trade window here. Be smart, use another trade window to add. Keep having that other full amount there.
Right. I like that idea. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, it needs to get above this level, and then we'll add.
SPY's rebounding, that should help too.
I mean, we gave ourselves a chance for the red to green. This is exactly how you want to attack the red to green.
Right. No, I like it.
So worst comes to worst, from here on out, I'll be happy with the trade, regardless of whatever happens. And that's how you have to trade, guys. Be happy about your execution, not the results.
Yep.
All right, let's see if we get a big volume pop here. That's what we would want to see. That will show the buyers stepping in there that this is squeezing on up here. There's 5,000 shares. That's a good ad right there. Now we need to see it get it back above 40 here. Above 40, we'll go for the win.
What's up, Sebastian? What's up, Darren? Breaking news: 1,000 Italians being held quarantine in a hotel for virus. Oh. Yeah, it's starting to get scary. Might be the next. Sorry, it really is scary. Since I have kids, man, it's the scariest thing ever. I mean, I'm alright. Luckily, I had the flu a week ago. For a little while, we thought I had the coronavirus. I went to Disney World. I came back, got sick. My wife was like low-key trying to get me to get a coronavirus test. You know, she was trying to be as nice as she could about it too. She was trying to be super nice, but you know.
I love you, John.
Right.
But we might need to get you checked out.
Right. I was personally offended too when she did it too, because like I was sick at the time, and I was like, and I was sitting there thinking like, if I did have the coronavirus, like, man, how bad would that suck? Because like I felt bad, you know, and so it was plausible that I might have the coronavirus, but it turns out it was just flu type A, which is the worst flu ever, and it sucked, but it wasn't the coronavirus.
All right, guys, might get stopped out here. Just gotta hold for a second here. Doesn't come back above VWAP, we just have to get out. We gave ourselves a shot. Yep. Doesn't look good. We're about to get out. Just cracked my number significantly. I'm just trying to see if it does a massive rebound right here. If not, just gotta get out.
Yeah, we'll see what the SPY. SPY is kind of testing that low. It's like down there at like 320, 320. So hopefully we get a bounce.
Yeah, it's about to stop me out. See if it rebounds right here.
There's a little one.
Nope. She gonna test that 10.
Yeah, SPY looked like it was gonna rebound, and then
There she goes. Goodbye. Account.
Is that it? Yeah,
There she goes, guys. There she goes. There she goes.
Hey, brother, you took your swing. You know, it is what it is.
Telling you guys, those predetermined trades are always going to be the best ones. That's where I really lost this account. It's not following my plans pre-market. Would really be doing well. Each time that I didn't follow my plans, didn't go well. And that's how it goes. Yesterday could have made a good $8,000 winner. Just really got to stick to your plans, guys. That's what I learned from this. If you're not sticking to your plans pre-market and you're looking at certain trades to take and you're trying to attack those and then they show up and you don't take them, you can't blame that on no one but yourself. You got to be able to execute when you see the trade.
Nah, don't stress it, brother. It's a tough competition, you know.
Yeah, I got to do better, though. I know I'm better than that, and I had plenty of chances to make great gains this competition. We're talking 8,000 and over. If I would have just taken the trades that I established pre-market, I would have just taken the trades that we talk about pre-market, that we go through, that we predetermine, we'd be doing really well. But when you leave the subjectiveness, this is what happens a lot of the times.
Hey, I appreciate the sub, Steve. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. What's wrong, Sandra? Sandra's mad? Man, that's kind of hateful, Sandra. Sheesh. What's wrong with you? I'm sorry, Sandra. Whatever, you know, we love you, Sandra. You know, don't be like that. You know? We love y'all. It's all love, Sandra. You know, we love you. You know, I'm sorry. For whatever you're upset about, I'm sorry you feel that way. You know? Yeah, don't stress it, Mitch. Tough competition. Even the best traders in the world are going to have a tough time ranking in it, brother. So don't stress it too much. Just refocus. Maybe take 5 if you need to. And come back. Trade your live account if you can. And, you know, just kind of hang in there.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to call it a day. But it is what it is. There's no point in going and just blowing through a whole bunch of live money. Things definitely breaking down, reversed, crashing.
Yeah, market's tanking down too. It broke lows. A lot of stuff's dropping today. John, you should follow Ray-Ray's plan.
I held too much there. I should have either cut it or added. Would have stayed in the position. It is what it is.
Oh, now, look at that. We love you too, Sandra. You know, I'm sorry you were upset. You know, you're only paper trading. Yeah, I've been doing pretty well, Ray. I've just been sticking with AMD and like a few other ones, but I've been waiting for that first hour to pass.
Wish I had some money to short. I don't even want to look at you. I hate you right now.
What's up, Hoodie? What's up, brother? What's up, man?
Look at EMPH. I was looking at this one out the gates, but I didn't think it would come back to VWAP. When I was trading the other one, it did.
Yeah, there's a few. That one looked like a good fade. Fake out fade.
I've just been waiting on that one for a while.
Yeah, look, like I said, brother, listen. It's still early, man. It's still early. You know, it's just a competition, brother. It's just a demo account in the competition, bro. So, you know, no need to get too upset over it. You know, it's still pretty early in the day. And just kind of get back to normal trading. I think it'll make you feel better. But it's up to you. But, you know, it's still early, brother. You know.
Yeah, I'm done. Just there's no point at this point. Even if I make $100 today, I'm still going to feel a little deflated from the competition. So there's no need to take trades. I'll just call out charts as I see them.
My man Hoodie. What's up, brother? You gotta, let me see. Yeah, y'all go check out my man Hoodie FJ's channel. You know. Who wants a shout out? Like I said, you ask for it, I'll let you have it. The problem I have is when people just kind of try to be sneaky with it, you know.
$10 keeps holding here for LL. We'll see if he comes back around. What you need is volume. You're not getting volume in there. Yeah, Eagles. I got hit this morning. Got knocked out over 12,000. So I'm out.
AMD possible buy, John, off of yesterday's price. You mean the previous closing price? Maybe. Let me see where AMD's previous close is. I mean, that's plausible. Yeah, I mean, there it is. I could see that happening for sure. I mean, it's not really my style, though. I'm just going to stick to what works and try to ignore everything else. But I don't hate it, you know. Space pulling back a little bit. SPY just the SPY's just getting hit pretty hard though. But space is rebounding a little bit here. It just depends on where you use your risk. It's more kind of a rejection play, but I'm just gonna wait and see what we can find there. Yeah, it's just kind of how it goes, though. I mean, most of the leaders aren't competing in the competition, and I think most of them are doing that because a lot of them sell courses, and so it's kind of hard, even if you're like really good traders, to rank in that competition. There is a large degree of luck that plays into it, and so since Mitch and I in beginner trading, we're just a free resource and community. Like Mitch and I actually compete since we don't really have too much pressure to succeed in it. But in the end, it was a fun competition. But I've been doing much better since I went back to my live account. I don't think I've had a losing day since I transitioned back to my live account.
Yeah, just gotta take the lessons, like always. Lesson learned. Just gotta follow the predetermined trades, right? In pre-market, you guys are gonna hear me start giving out more levels pre-market that I'm gonna follow in the intraday, no matter what, regardless of whatever happens. And that's the way I need to start trading, because I do set up charts really well, especially towards the open. A lot of the times when I miss big winners. So instead of worrying about the misses, I need to start taking every single trade that I predetermined pre-market that I want to take. Doesn't matter if it's going to win or lose. Need to get to that point, figure out how to do the sizing accordingly so that I can capture these opening trade wins. I do really well in them. Got to determine the right risk to reward to attack, the right variables in between that, and we'll be working on that.
Let me find my previous closing script so I can bring this up.
Just got to work on trading the open and then not trading at all, because that's where I either nail it, do good, or I end up pushing in the afternoon and give my profits back, or get into a trade it's not high probability, scout trade or something like that, and end up giving some profits up for no reason. So just have to figure out a way to keep taking the best trades, which to me are those opening trades.
Yeah, for sure. We always got to just stick with what works for us, Jimmy, what competition? So we were doing the World Series of Day Trading. It's over now. Tomorrow's the last day, and it's unfortunately too late to enter the competition. We still got a few of our team members that are actually in it, though. And so, it's called the World Series of Day Trading. I think it's one of the largest trading competitions in the world. So, but yeah, it's over now.
Okay, trying to do a VWAP bounce play there. Big range there, about 25 cents at least for entry and risk.
Looking at the SPY's pulling right back to the VWAP, rebounding pretty big here. The last 6 minutes have all been green in the SPY, and so we have rebounded effectively about 50% of the retracement that we made today. So we'll see what happens here. I think this is going to influence the market a ton, depending on what the SPY does here. If it pulls back or if it continues to move up and starts to go slightly green, we'll see.
All right, guys, I think one to pay attention to that could make a good move either way. If it's squeezed above VWAP here or breaks down below it, EMPH. It's a good range on that one. Just be careful with the kind of the spread.
Ray said, "Where's Bailey?" Yeah, I haven't heard from Bailey. I saw her earlier this week. Haven't seen her so far this week. She might have had to take the day off or something.
All right.
Finally stopped out of my first account. Didn't realize I was low. I'll try again soon. Be more cautious. I've had it for a couple weeks. It's just getting good. Yeah, and I think that's the benefit of those packages is that, it allows people to really get started for cheap, right, where they're not risking a ton of money.
Exactly.
I think that's very rare. I think most of the time new traders end up having to risk like thousands of dollars when they first get started. And a lot of times new traders don't have thousands. And so you're going to learn the most from experience. And so with that, I think that's why I think trade net packages make sense, because it's just a cheap way to get started in the market. You're risking less than $400, which is unheard of. And with that 400 or that 375 is actually $375. they're giving you 14,000 to trade with for the base package. There's no PDT rule, and the biggest thing is you can actually short stocks. Most new traders need a margin account to short, so they have to risk thousands with the conventional platform. And so with TradeNet, it's just cheap, and it makes sense. It's one of the cheapest ways a new trader can gain that necessary experience that they need when they first get started. And again, I think most of the time they end up saving up thousands of dollars and then losing that. Most new traders lose their first account, and so I think it's just a cheap way. And I think it makes sense if you're new and you want to get started for cheap. You know, it comes with the course as well, a demo account to trade with, and then access to their chat room. And like I said yesterday, even some paper trading accounts are going to cost the same as an intro package. And so with the intro package, you can actually make money. It operates like a prop firm. There's like a 70-30 profit split. So they're going to keep 30% of your profits. But if you make $1,000, you get to keep 700. They keep 300. And so you do have the chance to make money with it and actually day trade and short, which I don't think most new traders are going to get the chance to do for that cheap. But yeah, you want to check them out. I'll post this link. Great way to help support our channel as well.
Hey guys, definitely check them out. You know, gives us like John said, it gives you a great ability to go ahead and start trying the emotions of live. If you want to go ahead and start trading and not be on the paper, kind of really give yourself the full emotion and the full kind of presence that you need to get in when you trade. A lot of traders trade and they go with paper and they stick with paper too long. When you stick with paper too long, what ends up happening is you take away all the emotion from trading. And if you take away all the emotion from trading, a lot of the times, yeah, you can do well. But at the end of the day, live trading comes with emotions. So one of the things you can do is trade small and trade live.
Right.
And that's really one of the benefits of TradeNet that you can really get.
Yeah, for sure. It's the cheapest way to get started and trade a real, like, actual funded account. There's the link right there, Thomas. It's right above you, bro. Yeah, it's $3.75. Like I said, it's a good way to help support us. We do make a commission if you sign up, and like I said earlier, we're just a free resource and community here, and so anything people can do to help support our free content, and so we can kind of keep everything free. Mitch and I try to change the game and just put everything out there for free. We don't want to be another guru nickeling, diming people, so we just give everything to everybody for free. And so if you appreciate that, you know, you can check out the link. Yeah, you should be able to use them overseas, Thomas. I appreciate it, Kathleen. Thank you.
EMPH looks like a squeeze, guys. Looks like a big squeeze in EMPH.
Right, exactly. You could skip paper and start small. And to be fair, like I said, I think most traders are going to lose their TradeNet packages as well. I think they're going to lose their TEFS account as well. I think most new traders are just going to lose, but it's much, much cheaper to lose an intro package on TradeNet than it is to deposit $2,000 into a conventional platform. And like I said, let's be real. Most of the time, a new trader is going to lose that. And so it's like, would you rather risk $3.75, get more buying power, get a course, a demo account, a paper account to trade with, actually trade a live $14,000 funded account that has a 70-30 profit split, or would you rather save up and risk thousands of dollars with a conventional platform that most new traders are probably going to lose anyway? I think the choice is obvious, and I think it just makes sense. You know, people hate on TradeNet, they hate on TradeNet for whatever reason, but in the end, I think it's the cheapest way somebody can get started. I think they're probably going to lose, but I think it's much cheaper to lose a TradeNet package than it is anything else. So I use Thinkorswim, Thomas for charting, and then I just use TEFS to execute my trades. So like this is TEFS, like this is the TradeNet executing platform, which is TEFS, and then I just use Thinkorswim for charts. Just it's all preference though. The TEFS charting isn't really that bad. Like if we open up this, like this is the TEFS charting, which is really not that bad. It's actually pretty solid charting. Yeah, it's very similar to DOS. It reminds me a lot of DOS, but yeah, it's a good platform. I just prefer Thinkorswim, but everybody's a little bit different. But yeah, that's the TEFS charting. It's solid. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, guys, I talk about cents per trade, a lot of the times, guys, cents per trade is really what you need to focus on if you want to start seeing kind of your progress and kind of you really get better in your trading. Right now, guys, I'm seeing EMPH squeeze there. The good entry was at 55.90s, called that one out. LL making its way back, guys. Just keep an eye on that one on a more 5-minute time frame and see if it can get back above 1010. That would be the squeeze. But definitely, guys, check out TradeNet, and it'll give you an ability to start going small. Too many traders are focused on realized and unrealized gains, and that's not what you need to focus when you're first beginner trader. As a beginner trader, you need to focus on, can I execute a strategy day in, day out, make some profit, regardless if it's per the share count, but focus more on the cents per trade. Because when you focus on cents per trade, you'll be able to go ahead and look back and say, hey, I risked 5 cents and I made 15 cents. That's a good 3-to-1 profit to loss ratio. That's what I want to be seeing in my results, in my stats. And that's what really gets you to the next level in trading, is when you start focusing on that cents per trade and the risk to reward. If you can focus on that, then you can size up. If you can't focus on that, then you notice that you might be going too big. And so you need to go back to focusing on the risk and reward, the cents per trade, and taking the trades the right way so that you can get yourself in the right position.
Right. Yeah. So the base package for TradeNet is $375, Christopher. It's the same platform that Mitch and I use. I just have a larger package because I spent more money on mine, basically, but I get a lot more buying power. And there's different packages. Like the base package is $375, but then they have the student package, which is like a little bit less than $3,000. They have the pro package, which is what I have, which was about $8,000, but it gives me way more buying power, and I have a more favorable profit split as well. Yeah, I'm checking out XRX, Gideon. It looks good. I like that 3620 level. But yeah, this is, and what Justin said rings very true. And Justin said Tefs was definitely the best way to start. At least I found it the most helpful. I lost 2 intro accounts, and it was really helpful. And I don't think he's being sarcastic when he says that. I think that's exactly what they're good for, is that you're probably going to lose because most new traders just lose. You know what I mean? But it's a cheap way to lose, and it's a cheap way to gain that experience that you need when you first get started trading. You know, you're going to learn more from experience than anything else in the market. Than anything else, you're going to learn the most from experience. You know, than any course, any video, just from you experimenting and trading yourself, you're going to learn the most. And so the fact that they give you a cheap option, so where a new trader doesn't have to risk thousands of dollars to trade an actual funded account, they can feel that live emotion and they're risking less. I think that makes sense. I think that's a cheap way to get started. I think you have to have reasonable expectations for it, though. If you think you're going to buy an intro package and you're just going to run it up to $1 million, you might not be having reasonable expectations. But if you get an intro package and you understand, look, I'm probably going to lose this, but I'm going to gain that experience, I'm going to build rules, I'm going to learn how to trade with this, that's the right mentality, you know. And you can make money from it, don't get it twisted, but it's just a cheap way. It's a smaller risk when you first get started, and I think traders need that. I think new traders need that. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. We got 42 likes. Let's try to bring that number up to over 100. For right now, I'm looking at AMRN for the fake out fade. I'm also not hating LL for a short there. The market's kind of tanking down. The market pulled a little bit of a fake out fade, but I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to see if AMRN can come back down to 1760 and then bounce back up to 68.
Alright, guys, I'm just calling it out here. If I would take another trade, it'd probably be into this LL here. If it starts squeezing up here, look for an entry and risk off of 985s, but maybe I'm despised on this one because I traded it earlier. Just still see it kind of building up volume.
No, it was, and now I am profitable mostly because of that. No sarcasm. Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the experience you need when you first get started. I think it's the cheapest way. Should you not paper trade first? I see a waste of time. I don't think paper trading is a waste of time. I think that paper trading has value in building a system and learning what kind of style and strategies you're going to trade. I think paper trading is good mostly for system building, but I think a lot of times what traders end up doing is they take a paper account and they try to emulate a live account with it. But the difference is that the emotions are not there. You know, you don't have the emotions weighing on you with a paper account. And so what ends up happening is that you take a paper account, you try to pretend like it's a real account, but then when you switch over to a real account, your emotions are terrible because you're all over the place because you're not used to trading a real account. No matter how much you want to pretend like a paper account is a real account, it's not. And the emotions aren't going to be there. And in order to build realistic rules around your trading, the emotion has to be there. If you don't have that burn when you lose, you're never going to build rules to avoid it, if that makes sense. Like if it doesn't hurt to lose, you're never going to build rules to avoid that hurt, right? And that's what the rules are all about, is building solid rules that help you avoid that pain that you once felt when you lost, right? That's why you need emotion, and that's why you need to learn with a real account, because without a real account, you're not going to have that emotion and you're not going to be able to build realistic rules, you know? And people say, oh, I tried to emulate a real account, you know, or I just pretended like my paper account was a real account, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Oh, I love The Big Short, Kathleen. It's like one of my favorite movies. Does test charting have John Carter studies? I'm not sure. I don't know what John Carter studies is. Yeah, I mean, I think waste of money is subjective, JB. I think some people are going to think it's money well spent, and then some people are going to think it was a waste, but I think it's all subjective. I think it's going to vary from person to person, and some people are going to think that, you know, it's money well spent. Some people are going to be happy to spend the money, and then some people are going to hate it. It's kind of like anything in trading or any product, you know, which is the value is subjective, you know.
There you go, EMPH, looking great. No, if someone grabbed that at VWAP, grabbed that pullback that we called out. It's looking great. Looking like a red to green move with a VWAP bouncing it.
Preach? Yeah, that's right, Jorge. Is it George or Jorge? Let me know. I just think of Jorge Masvidal. He's a beast MMA fighter when I see that name, so if it's George, my bad.
Yeah, you guys, I can tell you guys, if you guys truly want to get better, focus on that cents per trade. Just focus on that. If you focus on that, you'll start seeing that that's what trading's really about. It's understanding the risk and reward and taking the right timing with the right probability. That's all it's about.
All right, so I jumped in with AMRN with 200 shares. I'm going to try to add into it up to 1770 and then just use 75 as my risk. So a very tight risk. Gonna look to scale into it a little bit, but I'm keeping it pretty small. I'm gonna add another 100 here and with 300, and like I said, I'm slowly gonna scale into it up to that 70 level if I can. I think Mir Barak owns it, Thomas. Paper trading on Thinkorswim is free. I use it to test new strategies. Yeah, and I think that's super beneficial. I think that's where paper trading really makes sense, is when you use it to test strategies and patterns, when you use it to back test, or when you use it to develop a system. right? But you always still got to understand that you're probably going to lose, or that you're probably going to lose when you first get started, and the emotions aren't going to be there when you lose. And so it's going to be hard to build rules around paper. But for testing methods, back testing, I think that's where it really makes sense. And listen, don't let me convince you, Howard. Like, I'm just saying, like, listen, if you have the realistic expectations for it, like, I think, I'll tell you this, Howard, you're probably going to lose an intro package. I'll say this, you're probably going to lose an intro package. Most people are going to lose. Some people are going to win, and some people are going to make money, but most people are going to lose just because most traders lose, right? And so, in the end, you know, if you use it for what it's meant for, which is learning, then I think it's a good investment. You know, if you lose it and you're trying to turn an intro package that costs less than $400 into $1 million in 2 weeks, you're probably going to be disappointed, you know. But in the end, you got to use it for what it's for, which is just gaining that necessary experience that you need when you first get started. That's what it's really meant for, and I think that's where it really shines. All right, so we did get a nice little drop for AMRN. I'm up $10. I don't mind scaling into this one more as it gets up to 68 or so, but we're just gonna wait and be patient with it.
I know, Gideon. I know. Trust me. I know. I hear you though. Yeah, you know, I just think I just got caught there a little early. Spy knocking down there. It happens. That's how I want to trade it. You know, it's the red to green trade. Wasn't a bad trade that we lost today. It just was what it was. It was at least at the open, looking for what we were looking for. Got a good buy off the bottoms there. Got some good volume to come in. It just didn't get bought up there at 1040s, 1050s. So that's where I would look for it to really ramp again. If it gets up there to 1040s, 1050s, it would probably get a volume spike through that.
All right, I just took half of my position off on AMRN. Gonna hold the other 150 left, up a little bit over $20. Just gonna try to build up some cushion on the day and maybe add some sizing back if it does pull back there.
All right, guys, you saw a flip there. Be careful now. The SPY did make a significant down move there with a fade, so. Now it's just going to be a matter of volume.
Right, Howard, and I think that's the way you got to look at it. I'm factoring in the risk, and that I'd rather lose $300 to $400 than a couple thousand. And yeah, that's what you really have to see it as. You know, like I said, I think somebody mentioned the other day, they were like, "Oh, TradeNet has bad reviews," and I'm like, "Oh, really? You know, TradeNet has bad reviews? Somebody that lost money left a bad review?" You know, and I think that in the end, I think trading's an emotional thing, and so people. I mostly blame marketing with like gurus. I blame penny stock gurus that just kind of teach people that they're just going to turn $400 into $1 million in a week, right? And of course that's embellishment and that's an exaggeration, but I think that's the problem, because I think traders that are brand new don't understand what it's really about and how long it really takes to be successful. You know, they think that their favorite penny stock guru told them that they could make $1 million in 2 months, you know, if they just take a $2,000 account. And a lot of times the penny stock gurus need a market like that, because that's the only way they're ever going to get anybody to buy their course, right? But I think the reality is that it takes years to be successful. It takes years to learn how to do it correctly, and even then it's not guaranteed, and you have to have reasonable expectations. One of the single biggest reasons that traders fail is they have unrealistic expectations, and they get started and they immediately just trade huge with sizing. They immediately jump in and they buy 2,000 shares when they should be buying 100 shares, maybe 20 shares, and they buy 2,000 shares and they lose their account in a week. You know, and then what do they say? They say, "Oh, it's a scam," or my guru, you know, is full of it, or, you know, my broker or TradeNet's bad, or Tefs is bad, or my platform's bad, or John on YouTube has told me the wrong thing. And I think it's very hard for somebody to be mature enough to be like, you know what? I got into a bad trade. It's my fault. You know what I mean? And it's not my platform's fault. It's not, the market's fault. It's nobody's fault but mine. And that's a very difficult thing for most people to do. And in the end, most people end up, like I said, blaming their platform. They'll leave bad reviews, and that's just what it is, But in the end, like I said, it all boils down to having realistic expectations, and that's what we try to teach people here. Like, you're probably going to lose when you first get started, and that's okay, because if you gain enough experience, then losing can be valuable. You learn the most when you lose. Alright, so we're getting a nice move down here. I'm currently up 25 bucks. Gonna slowly scale out of this, see if we can get a breakdown under 1750. We're actually below the previous closing price now for AMRN. And so I think we're actually at a really solid level that I can slowly scale out of if we get some bigger drops under that 1750. But a really nice fake out fade here for AMRN. And the last 2 days, the fake out fade has certainly been in play. I'm going to take another half off here, and then I'm going to let the last little 75 shares work, see if we can get a breakdown down to 1740 or so right here is what I'm looking for. Do they make you repeat a script? No. Yeah, I'm mostly just answering questions, Adam. I know I might sound like a broken record sometimes, but hey, we gotta pay the bills. You know what I mean? And so, we're gonna plug. If you realize this, like, we don't really push anything in the first hour and a half of the stream. Like, we keep the first hour and a half pretty advertisement free. But again, just like every other YouTuber, we have sponsors and we promote certain things, and it is what it is. But yeah, so Thomas says, TradeNet says you have to apply. Will you get the 14,000 or do you have to qualify? So basically the way it works is technically it's an educational package, right? So technically it's an educational package. For liability reasons, I'm pretty sure they put you have to apply and stuff. Hold on, I might be getting stopped out of my AMRN trade. I think I'll use the previous closing price is my exit here. But yeah, so technically it's an educational package. Once you are approved, I'm pretty sure everybody's approved, and if you're not approved, you can get a refund, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure you can get a refund up until you make your first trade on the funded account. And so by that logic, if you don't get approved, which I've never heard of anybody not getting approved, they'll give you a refund. You can basically get your money back. But some people, they take the course, like it does come with the course, and so some people they take that course, and then others they make you demo account and paper trade for a week when you first get started. And again, I think that's probably the best thing anyway, because I think you have to learn the platform and you have to paper trade and learn the platform before you start to trade the funded account, the live funded account. But yeah, for liability reasons, I'm pretty sure they put the apply and approved thing. But again, I think everybody's approved, and if not, you can get a refund. But it's best to reach out to them and ask them to be sure. I just got here. Are you planning on going long? I don't know. I mean, I'm short right now in AMRN. Up a nice little $32 roughly. Just broke under the $0.50. We're going to see if that level holds. And if not, I'll probably get out the rest. But beautiful fake out fade here for AMRN. I'm just going to keep growing my account. Last 3 days, or last 4 days, I've ended every day green in my real account. So it's been a very profitable week or so. I think I've only had one losing trade in the last 4 days, and so it's been going pretty well trading the fake out fade and the rebound bounce setup.
All right, guys, I think you might start seeing EMPH start reverse there. It did a little push up there, about 40 cents, 50 cents, and now it's looking like it's going to reverse.
I'm just going to go ahead and get out the rest here, so not bad. About a $33 win, I'll take it. We'll see what else we can find today. But a beautiful fake out fade here for AMRN. What is my net worth? I don't know. Connor?
Yeah.
You know?
You don't gotta take part I gotta take over.
Here to take over. Yes, sir. What's up, Connor? You know, my man, Conor McGregor in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
My
Conor
man.
McGregor. You know,
My
it couldn't
man.
possibly be a fake account. It couldn't possibly be
You
a
fighting
fraud.
Mayweather soon, you know?
Yeah. Let me see who this dude is on this channel.
You scared of Khabib?
Dude, they've got a. I've seen so many Conor McGregor accounts. You know, I've seen so many Conor McGregor accounts.
He's already walking with the shoulders swagging. swag.
Yeah. My man, I like Conor. I used to hate Conor. I used to hate him. As I got older, I started to respect the business in Conor McGregor.
Troll.
Like I said, right. I started to realize, like, here's the thing. Everybody hates Conor McGregor, right? Everybody hates him. The reality is that Conor's the smartest dude in MMA. Some people buy his pay-per-views because they want to watch him get knocked out, but they're still buying it. And some people buy him because they like Conor and they want to see him knock somebody out, but they're still buying it. And so in the end, as I've gotten older, I realized that Conor's just trolling everybody and he's making bank because of it. You can't legitimately hate Conor because you know it's all nonsense and he's just doing it to make money. You know, and so if you actually hate Conor, you're not seeing the bigger picture here, and he's just banking off everybody. And so as I've gotten older, I started to respect Conor a little bit more. I used to hate him. He got me wrapped up in it. He did a really good job of making people dislike him. But like I said, as I got older, you realize like that dude's just banking money off everybody, man. He doesn't mean it. He's a good sport. Like he's just making money. You know, it is what it is. $60 short on AMD. Gorgeous. Nice mashing it. Hey, appreciate the sub. Let me see. Jig Fishing. Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. He's making money by talking crap. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like, dude, like I said, like at a certain point, like, you know, you get people here that like really hate our channel. Like you get these people here, they just hate our channel, right? For whatever reason, they just don't like our channel. Most of the time, like they lose money and they need somebody to blame, right? So they blame us. But in the end, even we got 10 dislikes today, which is more than we usually get. But even those dislikes, what they don't realize, it's all engagement, right? Like YouTube will actually still rank our video higher because more people have engaged on our channel, you know? And like that's what they don't realize. And so it's like, another thing I realized is that half the dislikes disappear tomorrow, which means it's usually like one person that's just has zero life, has no life, and kind of just goes around disliking the video, like waiting for us to start every morning and then go and click the dislike button. So in the end, it's all engagement. It's all engagement.
Check out the EMPH chart. Had a feeling the thing's gonna flip down hard.
Yeah, that one doesn't look bad. I like the double top there, like 56.40 or so. SPY is just tanking. Dare I say tanking hard here. Look at the SPY. Look at that thing, man. SPY just ripping down, breaking lows. Maybe I should have held on to my AMRN trade, but I'll take it, you know. But yeah, guys, hit that like button. Let's bring that like count up to over 100. Yesterday was the first day we didn't break 100 likes, and like, I don't know. It was a while. But smash that like button, team, if you haven't already. Let's bring that like count up to over 100. Let's overpower the haters today, guys. Let's overpower the haters, you know. Like I said, though, I think what we do here is good. I think if you watch me every day, and you watch Mitch and I every day, like if you watch my trades every day, especially like the last week, every day I've been green. I haven't lost almost every day. And so I think that Mitch and I put out a lot of value. And, you know, what we put out there, I think people should appreciate, you know. But yeah, like I said, I think Mitch and I put everything out there for free, and like most of the time we're profitable, and we stream it all live too, for free. And so people can hate. In the end, they're just being desperate to criticize, you know. But I think what Mitch and I do is a solid for the trading community, and it's something that Mitch and I are very proud of. You know, we built this channel, and it's something that we're super proud of because, again, you know, we day trade live every day for free. A lot of the other people streaming, they don't show their account balance and they don't show their P&L. They might just be like, oh, I'm in this stock, or oh, I'm in this stock, but they don't actually show it to you. you know, and so it's like, you know, are they really? You know, you never really know. They could be cherry picking their winners. And so the reality is like Mitch and I just try to put everything out there for free, and we're profitable most of the time. Like if you look at, like I said, if you go back and watch every stream in the last week, you'll see like I ended almost every single day green. I don't remember the last time I had a losing day. I think the last time I had a losing day was actually before I competed in the World Series of Day Trading. And my wins might be small, and they might be what some people consider light. But the reality is that, you know, the consistency's there, and the strategies and patterns we teach are legit, you know.
Man, should have listened to myself a couple weeks ago. Wanted to buy some puts on the SPY.
Yeah, man.
Put down to 300.
SPY's tanking, man, the coronavirus.
Well, I think it's kind of just a correction. I mean, remember, guys, the market was being pumped. Eventually, it needs to pull back. You give it a negative catalyst to eventually pull back.
Yep.
And it'll eventually do it. You know, it's just as simple as that. Profits need to be taken.
Yeah, man. We got Jerome saying the SPY is tanking. Yes, sir, it is. I think it's a justifiable use of the SPY of tanking today too. I think if there's any day that justifies the word tanking, is today. Because there it goes. Ugh. Look at the fake out fade on SPCE, man. Beautiful fake out fade. Fake out fades have definitely been in play today. Look at that beautiful thing.
I don't trust that baby.
I just think the SPY's dragging everything down. I think the SPY's dragging most stuff down today.
Yeah. Space, though, that one's a hard one to trade, I can tell you guys.
Yeah.
She's a hard one.
I haven't traded it much, but I kind of agree. I think the times I have traded, I remember trading it and not doing super well on it.
I think what happens with Space is that it captures a lot of early traders out the open, and so you get caught in their trades also. So there's just a flood of volume a lot of times with Space at the open. Whenever you flood a stock, if it's not leaning towards one side, you're probably going to get some chop.
Right.
This is also a story of a stock that was just bought up by hedge funds. So eventually they're going to take profit.
Right. I'm still gonna wait. I mean, we'll see if we can find some other setups. I just gotta find something. Most stuff right now, since the market is dropping so drastically, most stuff is pretty extended away from the VWAP at this point, and so it's gonna be hard to find anything that is really setting up for the fade, just because everything's dropping so drastically now. Like MU, like CGC, Cron, like they're all just drastically away from the VWAP. AMD, Roku. You know, everything's just super far away from the VWAP now. Most stuff is broken the previous close as well. And the SPY actually dipped to 319.90s for a split second. And so that's pretty big levels here for the SPY. Like if we look at the SPY, we're pretty low here. I think the big support level now is 320. I think that's the biggest support level. If we can hold over or under that, I think they have a triple top on the or a triple bottom on the daily chart. If we look at the SPY, and if we look at the 3-week chart, I think it's a little bit more clear there as well. That triple bottom at 320, and so we'll see if it breaks or holds at 320. I think that's the next big level here for the overall market, and the SPY is 320. And you can see exactly where it bounced, exactly off of that 320 level here, actually. Should we put on some jazz, guys? Let's put on some jazz. Make everybody mad real quick. Good morning, Q. Shaq nearing VWAP. Yeah, SPY's tanking. Comment on specs. SPEX. Penny stock. I remember it. Big rip here. Nice little triangle flag style patterns, not triangles, mostly flags. VWAP bounces. It's one of those things where one of the strategies that Mitch and I use that actually translates well over to penny stocks is the VWAP bounce. I think the VWAP bounce is really profitable even in penny stocks, and you can see run up, pull back to the VWAP, rip up here. Same thing, run up, pull back to the VWAP, rip up here. You know, run up, pull back to the VWAP, rip up here. And so I think the VWAP bounce is an incredibly profitable strategy even with penny stocks, and I think that's what we're seeing a lot. There's got to be some type of catalyst behind this move. I'm assuming maybe it's the opposite of what the market is, but let me look. SphereX, which is Specs, attended the Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Pharmaceutical Development Conference. Basically, I'm pretty sure this thing's just getting pumped up. What's the float? It's got to be a low float stock, no? Float is 2.3 million, so a tiny float. And yeah, I think this is a little bit of a pump here. I think this is getting pumped up. I think we'll see what happens, but I think it's a little bit of a pump.
There are a lot of volume coming in there, guys, on the SPY, so be careful for reversals now. We've had already a significant down move in the SPY. Just got to be careful with this 320.07. This is where there's a support there. Want to see if it's going to crush through that. From the open, we've had already a down $3.75, about 1.16 percentage point. Lots of volume there coming in there at 320.50s. So let's see what happens here. See if it's going to crush through this 320s.
Like I said, guys, we got 61 likes. Smash that like button. Let's bring that number up to over 100. We're going to hit that number today. You know, anybody that dislikes our channel, it's going to be in vain, guys. So hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Show your support for what we do here. Let's keep pushing, guys. Let's keep growing. Yeah, as for Zed, I don't know his strategy's mud. Never seen him before. Never really know. I know he's kind of flashy, which makes me highly skeptical of anything he does because they're using. Like I said, I can't say whether it's good or bad, but I see a lot of flash, kind of guru-esque type of look at my mansion and look at my, you know, cars and look at all my stuff, and you know, I'm getting rich day trading, but I'm never going to show you anything, and I don't know, I'm just highly skeptical of it. But again, I can't say whether it's good or bad. I've never actually like used or seen his strategies, so to speak, so I can't say yes or no.
There you go. SPY getting still hit.
Yep, SPY broke that 320 level. I think that's a big level.
Yo, big level, and lots of support came in there with all that volume. Could create a resistance now.
Yeah. Interesting here. Like I said, I would trade. You guys know me. I usually trade a little bit more today, but but I'm just not seeing anything because the market is so extended on the downside that nothing is pulling back enough for me to get it. And so unless I'm going to wait for the market to actually pull back some, I think I just got to wait here. You know, I think I'm just going to be patient and wait.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Really nothing for me that's going to be going on. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like always, guys, keep up with our Discord. This is how we stay up with you guys 24/7. It's a free, completely free chat room. If you guys want to go ahead and stay with the channel while we're off stream here, it's join the Discord. Talk to other traders. Talk about the strategies you guys are trading. There's plenty of traders talking in there, whether they're talking options, stocks, and even have such things as off topics where people talk about a whole bunch of different things. We have a new part of our channel too, which includes Thinkorswim scripts. So if you're interested in getting some free scripts for Thinkorswim, definitely check it out. Our Discord link, we'll go ahead and put it up there, and join the Discord, guys. I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. Like always, guys, check out TradeNet. It's going to give you an ability to go ahead and trade live. I know a lot of you traders are trading only long. If you want to go ahead and also be interested in doing some shorts, like today, you seen the market go short, and there's pretty much nothing you could trade on the long side right now.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times when this happens, all you long traders that can only trade long, you guys get pummeled. You guys get destroyed because your bias is only long.
Exactly.
So if you want to go ahead and find a broker that can give you the advantage of learning how to trade shorts without borrowing, definitely check out TradeNet. It will give you the advantage of starting to learn that strategy so that you can go back once you mastered the strategy and go ahead and take it up big size.
Yeah, and I think what Mitch is saying is actually a very accurate thing here, which is that when you first get started, you're reserved to only going long, and that severely affects your bias, right? You're only biased towards the long side. It hurts how you look at stocks, right? Where if you can go long and short, you're much more objective with what the stock's actually doing. So I think that's a good point. But yeah, I posted that link in the chat. See you, Mitch. Tomorrow's a noob day, brother. You get to trade your live account tomorrow, and we'll see you then, brother.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Like always, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the swings of the competition. And that's really what it was all about, guys. Like always, I talked about it beforehand. Always try to get a goal out of anything that you do in your life, whether that be in trading or whether that be stepping into the gym. When you have a goal, you can always look back and be satisfied with what you did because you progressed. That word progress is so important to us in our mental capital so that we can continue on doing what we want to do. So if you guys want to go ahead and continue trading with us, hit the subscribe button, hit the like. We'll continue working to progress and continue breaking down these strategies to get better. All right, guys, that's going to be it. I hope you guys have a great one for me. John will take over and probably we'll see if he makes another trade.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but I'll see, man. Have a good day, brother. I'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Later, man. Take care, guys.
Here's the Discord link, Jimmy. Here you go. There's the Discord link, brother. And yeah, if y'all want to use the same scanners that we're using Trade Idea scanners here as well. In my opinion, they're the best scanners in trading, and you can use promo code BT15 to get 15% off of Trade Idea scanners. Like I said, there's the link. You can use promo code BT15, help support our channel, and yeah, I'll see if I trade anymore. I might. I'm just gonna wait. The closest one I'm looking at right now is Space, just because it's actually pulling back a little bit. But it depends on where I want to set my risk. I'd have to set my risk at like 33 cents, and so I'm gonna wait actually and see if we can find some better pullbacks. EMPH actually for a short is not looking that bad here as well. It is bouncing off of that previous close, which you can see how valuable that is. Like I said, we do have a new script share in our Discord that the script automatically documents that previous closing price. And if you look at EMPH, like look at how well it's following that previous close. That's the only reason that's stopping me from going short right here is because of that previous closing price. Market's bouncing a little bit. It actually did fight and climb back above 320 in the SPY. And so we'll see what happens here. But I'm going to wait and see what the market does, so to speak. Shake Shack short here at the VWAP. What's up, Gregory? Is that a Jaguar, bro? Dude, listen. I'm not saying you're wrong for the Jaguar, but go Tigers. That's all I'm saying. Joe Burrow. You know, #1 draft pick. You know, go LSU. That's right. All right. I got you with the animals, Gregory, but let's not spam the chat, bro. I'm just giving you a heads up. You know, we could post one emoji, you know what I mean? But let's not spam the chat, brother. I'm kind of looking at Space. I don't know whether I want to do it or not. I'm kind of skeptical of it. But the risk reward isn't that bad, and I can use this level at 50 as my risk, and so I'll probably get with 50 shares, so to speak, right now. Oh wait, that's AMR red. See if I can catch it. 50 real quick. Ah! Barely missed it. Jumped in with 50 shares. We'll see what we can do here. It's what I call the fake out fade for space, but 50 shears, small shear size. Just gonna get in and out really quick here. Maybe add a little bit more. Ideally, I'd like to see down to like this level here for a nice little $20, $30 gain. But we're gonna patiently wait. I'm kind of skeptical. The market is dropping, which is good though. At the very least, this should be able to be up some cushion on the day. You know. Let's see if we get that spread down here. Market rebounding, which is not good. I'm gonna get out there. Take my win. Got it before the bounce. Maybe add right back here. Maybe add with 100 shears now. I'm also looking at EMPH. I don't hate it. It's just kind of sideways right now. Starting to think about adding more. Alright, well I got a little $10 win here real quick. Up $42 on the day. We'll see what else we can find. I'm gonna just a little scalp there for me. Looking at mRNA, I'm sure we'll get some pullbacks here. Maybe I should have added back on this, but I'll take my little win. LL was still a very solid fade. Called that one out when it was up here, and so the LL actually worked out really, really well with the fake out fade right here that I talked about. Just didn't see it when it was happening, but that little fake out fade right there would have been solid. Spread on that one's kind of tough though. Still looking at space, still looking at EMPH, still looking at mRNA. We're gonna wait and see what we can get there though. Howard, so most of the time I buy more than that. Like that little trade was just an outlier. Like for instance, when I traded, what did I trade? When I traded AMRN, I bought 300 shares, and so that's I usually buy anywhere between like 100 and 500 shares. I don't usually trade too large. And so it's usually 100 to 500 shares, roughly. If I'm not super confident in the setup, and I feel I'm forcing trades, I'll scale down like I did with SPCE here. Like most of the time, I am trading anywhere between like 200 and 300 shares mostly. It just depends on the range of the stock as well. But again, like in this case, I'm not super confident in the setup, and so I scaled down. If that makes sense. Thoughts on Tesla? I mean, I think Tesla's just following the market today. It's dropping big because the market's dropping big. So, we'll see what happens, but that's what I kind of think for Tesla. What the SPY is doing. SPY's bouncing. That's the only reason I'm not longing or shorting space here. About a 10-cent spread in space. But yeah, another reason I'm trading such small share size in space is because the range is a little bit bigger. It's a larger range stock, and really I use the range to dictate how many shares I want to take with it. Alright, so here's the market actually bouncing back, and this might give me some opportunity for some fades and bounces. Like I see mRNA here. Rebounding. I don't hate that one. I just know that one's influenced by the coronavirus stock. I just jumped back in space here with 100 shares, small share size, but we're gonna let it work. See if we get a pullback down to like 35.80s or so. Is really ideally what we're looking for. Just a small position, just a few quick scalps since I can get in with such a small share size here. Took half off of that one. I saw the triple top right here, which is what ideally made me want to get in. But I saw this right here, which I think is a really easy level. The fives. I'm gonna let this level hold. I'm not super confident in it, but there's 99s, 98s, 89s, nice. 82s, beautiful. Let me get out there. So just made another $20 in it, up $63 on the day. Taking a little bit of scalps this morning just because I'm not seeing anything I really love, but I am seeing some like confirmation. Like you see the triple top here. Really, it's a quadruple top. Like look at all that resistance above it. And so when it pulls up there, I just jump in with really tight risk reward and get the nice little rejection. You know, so I literally shorted like right here, and then I got out like down here. And so you know, nice little range play there. Trying to build up some profit on the day. No losing trades yet, still. A few winning trades, no losing trades. I'm also analyzing the market to see what the market's giving me. What is the commissions for 1,000 share trade? Is there a link to TradeNet that shows this? So it's roughly So it's 0.006 cents per share, right? But then there's some fees, and so it equals out to about 0.0075. And so to calculate commissions, it would be like this, right? So there's a 150 per trade minimum, and so basically, like when I'm buying 100 shares, it's about $1.50 in and $1.50 out. So it's about like $3 total for that trade. And so that's how I can bank a majority of the profit still, even with 100 shares and making $10. I'm still banking most of that profit because my commission for a complete round trip is like $3. And so I'm making like $7 net roughly with it. And so, but yeah, it's about 0.00. The way you calculate it, there's a 150 per trade minimum. And so no matter what, it's going to be at least $1.50 in and $1.50 out. So at minimum, it's going to be $3 for a round trip. But say you buy 1,000 shares, it's going to be roughly $7.50 in and $7.50 out. So about $15 for a round trip, which really isn't that bad. For a round trip, $7.50 in, $7.50 out is pretty cheap. It's roughly what the same is, but like if you buy 500 shares, for instance, it's going to be roughly $3.75 per entry and exit. And considering that there's mostly mid and high cap stocks on there, I don't think most traders are going to need to buy 1,000 shares. I think most traders can get by with 500, 400 shares. And with that, you're paying like $6 or less for a round trip a lot of the time. And so it's pretty cheap, in all honesty, for commissions. Could I walk you through my next trade? Yeah, I can try to. Like, mostly what you're seeing for me right now. And like I said, I've been really, really accurate lately. Like I said, people can hate on us. Like we got 10 dislikes today. But like the reality is like, look, I don't think there's anywhere else in the trading world that's actually as consistent as I am that live streams it every day. You know, like I said, if you watch the stream every day for the past week or two, and not my World Series account, because I obviously lost and were eliminated from the World Series, but if you watch me trade my live account on stream every day for the last 2 weeks, you'll see I end green almost every single day. And so the strategies that we teach, the strategies and patterns that I talk about, they are legitimate strategies that genuinely work really, really well. Like I said, I'm trading it now. Like I haven't had a losing trade today. And yesterday I didn't have a losing trade except for that I accidentally bought AMD when I meant to buy MU, and so I immediately got out and lost like $4. And so I don't know if you want to consider that a loss. It's a mental error on my end yesterday. But then every other trade yesterday was green. Every other trade the day before that was green on my live account. And so when I trade my live account, at least in the last 2 weeks, I've been extremely consistent. And the strategies that we teach work. You know, they're legitimate strategies. They work really, really well. Most of the time I'm trading just range-bound strategies based off of confirmation. Like again, if we look at this, you know, quadruple top, you got a confirmation here, 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 and so that's just a lot of resistance that built up over time on the intraday chart that I don't mind shorting it around this level, and if it breaks it, that's fine. I can just get out for a small loss because I'm entering so close to that my risk is very small. But I think the chances are that this thing's going to get rejected at that same top. I think a lot of other traders see this big confirmation here, and they're either covering their long positions or they're jumping in short like I am. Maybe I should have held it a little bit longer. But with that said, with the market reacting like this, I tend to revert to scalping, taking really quick, easy trades that have a high percentage accuracy. And so, that's all I'm really doing right now. I'll try to walk you through the next one if I take another one. But for now, I'm just kind of hanging out. Spy tanking back down again. AMRN. Ooh, look at that fade on AMRN. That was pretty. One that looks kind of interesting is mRNA, but what I would like to see with mRNA is I'd like to see actually a rejection here and I'd come back down to 21.21 or 21.25 or so. Like, I'd like to see it, if I remove all this stuff on mRNA, I would actually like to see it pull back down to this level here. If it could pull back down to 21.25 and then bounce back up here to where I can risk off of this level right there, then I don't mind a short, but we need it to come back down below here, and we need it to come back and put in at least an even low right here and around. Really, it's 21.20. It's actually right here. And so if we can get it to come back down to this level here and then bounce up to where I can short right around the VWAP and then risk off of this confirmed level right here, I think that looks really interesting. Here, and here, you see the confirmation there on the chart, so that looks like a good risk level. If you extend it to the left, you can also see some more confirmation in pre-market too. And so that looks like a good risk level. And yeah, like I said, but we need it to come back down to 21.20 and then bounce back up there. I also think that the market is going to impact this one because it's a coronavirus stock, and so I might not like it as much, but we'll wait. And so I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to walk you through my thought process behind a lot of these moves, and so I hope that makes sense, guys. I thought it was 0.006 cents. Yeah, it is technically it's 0.006 cents, but there's a few fees that come along with it, I think. And so it equals out to about like 0.007 or maybe 0.0075. It's still not much, especially if you use less than 500 shares. It's still pretty cheap. Hey, don't stress it, Mark. I got hacked 3 days in a row. My total World Series day trading P&L was 10,100 and was eliminated last Friday due to technical issues. Sorry, John, I'll be back. How did you get hacked, brother? How did you get hacked, man? All right, so here's the move in mRNA. Like, this is the move I was talking about. I'm torn on whether I actually want to do it though. I'm torn on whether I actually want to shoot for it and try to make this trade. I kind of don't. I haven't had a losing trade again today, and so I've been extremely accurate. I've been incredibly accurate lately. The last 2 weeks with my live account, I haven't lost very much at all. And so I really want to question whether I should do this, especially with the volatility in the market. Maybe I'll wait. But it is setting up to exactly that exact levels that I talked about. Like, look, there's the exact level pulled back here. If it pulls back up here, and I could short it around 21.50, like right here, and then risk off of this level here at 21.67, then my risk is about 17 cents. I could give myself a reward target at least down to the 21.20 level. And so that would at least be 30 cents. And so it's close to 2-to-1. Even if I use that pretty tight reward target there, it's still pretty close. It's a little bit less than 2-to-1 reward to risk, but it's close. And especially like if I used, say, 21 even, then the reward target's huge, and it gives me really good risk reward, or really good reward to risk ratios if I use this reward target down here. And so, in this case, if I did take this trade, my risk would be this. 17 cents. My reward would be this. About, what is that? 43 cents. 43 cents. And so 17-cent risk versus a 43-cent reward. About 2.5 to 1 reward to risk. Not bad. Not bad at all. It just depends on whether I want to take it or not. I've mapped the trade out. Doesn't look bad. What do you guys think? I'm sure everybody wants me to take the trade because I've kind of documented it and planned it out, but risk is 17 cents. I could risk like 200 shares. Hey, have a good day, Justin. Later, brother. Shaq gonna fade more after lunch, I bet, but I'm not. I'm one and done. Yeah, for sure. I feel you. Sometimes that's the right move, man. Like I said, part of me wants to trade again, and like I said, I documented a really good reward to risk ratio trade, like a really solid reward to risk ratio trade here. But part of me is like, look, I haven't lost today. I'm up over 50 bucks. I'm up $62, which is fine for me. 63 bucks. You know, I haven't lost very much at all lately, and so I think I'm just gonna keep the green streak up and keep the green streak alive. And I don't think I've ended losing in a while. I'll have to look at the last time I ended losing. But what do you guys think? You guys think I should take the trade? I still think it's a good trade, but the one thing holding me back is how much mRNA is going to be influenced by the overall market. I think it's a coronavirus stock, and so it is going to be influenced some by the market, and that's the biggest doubt or hesitation I have with it. I appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, don't stress it, brother. We'll be back for the next one, man. I'm sure they'll do another one this summer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. All right, we got 73 likes. Let's bring that number up to over 100 today. If you appreciate this content that we put out, like I said, Mitch and I, we're not experts here. We are not gurus. We just teach people what works for us. And so if you appreciate that content that we put out there, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. If you click the bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get an alert every time we go live, which is, again, every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. Again, we don't claim to be experts or anything like that. But again, if you look at my real account in the last 2 weeks, you'll see I ended almost every single day green. And I'm not talking about my World Series of day trading. I'm talking about my funded live account here. I've ended almost every day green in the last 2 weeks. I might have ended every day green actually. And so, will mRNA break under 2050? I'm not sure. I'm looking at it on a short-term basis down to like 2105 or so. And so I'm looking for a very small range play, if that makes sense. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Thank you for the sub. Devin, what's up, brother? Appreciate the sub, man. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. We are not experts or gurus here, and if you could hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, we definitely appreciate it. This is my job. I will keep working until I'm back in the green. Just be careful, JB. You don't want to force it. Sometimes you got to just take what the market gives you, and if the market's not giving you much, you don't want to force it just because you feel like you need to. You know what I mean? So just be careful, brother. You got this, man. You've been doing really well lately, brother, so, you know, keep it up. Yeah, there's the pullback to my level. Never quite got to my entry, though, with mRNA. And NIO for the 5th time today. NIO's kind of setting up okay. A lot of times you'll see stocks fill this type of gap, though. Yeah, John, what I personally appreciate is the commentary and company. Trading can put you to sleep if you're doing it alone every day. Yeah, for sure. That's what we're all about. Like, some people get mad at us for talking about anything aside from trading, but it's like, you know, it is what it is, you know. I spend hours here every single day, you know. We get hundreds of people here that watch me and spend hours here with me every day. So I'm going to talk about stuff aside from trading sometimes, especially if I'm just bored and I'm waiting for some setups to present themselves. But yeah, we appreciate you being here, K. Gifford. SPY pulling back a little bit. Nice. Yeah, everybody smash that like button to help support our free content. I'll probably end up closing it down for the day. You know, up 63 bucks. Like I said, I'm happy with that win. I'm happy with that gain. And you know, if you appreciate what we do here, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We got a lot of new subs today as well, so I appreciate all the love and everybody who subscribed today. We did get a bunch of new subs, so shout out to all the people that subbed today. We're slowly pushing towards 18,000 subscribers, so it's really cool. Something I'm really, really proud of, and really, really happy to run this community here with Mitch. You know, it's something I'm super proud of and really, really happy about. And so, how do I hit like on a cell phone? You can hit like on a cell phone. You just click the thumbs up at the bottom. But yeah, don't no worries. We got 75 likes. I think that's good enough, you know. And so, you know, hit that like button if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. Another green day in the books for me. What's today? Tuesday? But yeah, another green day in the books. No losing days in my live account in quite some time. We got anybody else that's still in the competition? Yeah, and the worst thing you could do is fall asleep in a trade. Yeah, that'd be catastrophic, brother. That'd be catastrophic, man. That would suck. Before I close it down, I'll give you guys a few different, like, looks that I'm getting in trades. So number one is mRNA here. I think if mRNA bounces up to this level here, I don't mind shorting into it with a tight risk. So if it bounces up to like 2140, I don't mind that, like right around here, 2130, 2140. I don't mind that short, and again, you could use this level at 2164 as a risk. Give yourself a reward target of about 1-to-1, but I think it's a pretty high percentage play. We'll see though for mRNA. I think it's going to depend on what the SPY does here. If you look at space here, this one actually followed through really, really well. I'm kind of bummed out. I sold a little bit early, but you know, one thing, my accuracy rate can compensate for you know, me selling a little bit early, so I think it's okay. I'm glued to my screen. Hey, do you know you cut yourself off at the end every day, like in mid-sentence? Oh, sorry guys. I'm off to the real world work. Have a good day. All right, Buzz, have a good one, brother. Good luck, man. Like I said, we got 82 likes. Let's bring that number up to over 100 today. Smash that like button. Like I said, we're just a free resource and community. We'll be back. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. And so we appreciate everything. We appreciate all the support we can get here. We appreciate all the likes and all the subscribes today. And so if you haven't, guys, click the like button. I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Like I said, I'll leave you guys with some of my bias towards some of these stocks. Again, I think mRNA, if it bounces up here, is an okay short. I think LL is going to drop back down pretty soon here. I think it's going to drop back down. And remember, like I said, I called LL out right here. Right when it was doing this fake out fade setup right here at 10.10. I called it out for a short, and really, really nice short there. Kind of wish I would have taken it, but the spread's kind of rough. We also have ENPH here, one that Mitch was talking about this morning as well. The only reason I don't like it is just sideways chopping over and under the VWAP, just a very sideways neutral trade. But we'll see if it can come back down to test that previous closing price there. Aside from that, I mean, we got AMD, which is just, if AMD pulls back, like I said, if AMD pulls back to 49, I don't mind a short right here, because number one, you could use that previous closing price as your risk up here at 49.13. You could use that level as your risk, and so your risk is like 13 cents, and you could at least give yourself a reward target down to like right here. And so if you get in at 49, you can use 49.12 as a risk, make 48.60 a reward target, and so your reward target is like 40 cents, your risk is 12 cents. A really good 3.5 to 1 reward to risk trade. Really not a bad trade there on AMD, but we would need that pullback back to that 49 level, so we'll see if we ever get that or not. And we might not. Obviously it could always fake you out and go the other way. That's very possible as well. Same thing with MU. It's a little bit more extended than I generally like it. Space, on the other hand, is kind of the same thing, but it's a little bit too low in the range for me to want to take it. ENPH, like I said, kind of a sideways move, but we'll see what happens with that one as well. Hit like on the tablet. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, what's up, ACHA? What's up? Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you want to help support us. We need 15 likes to break over 100. I think we'll probably get that today. Or no, we need 13 likes to break that. And so hit that like button, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning, same time as always. We'll be back bright and early, trading our live account. Tomorrow's the last day of the World Series of Day Trading. Oh yeah, let's check out the. Hey, good luck, Ben. Have a good day, brother. Let's check the World Series rankings real quick. Let's see. So overall team standing, we are currently the number 5 spot. We're at 93 points, so not too bad. We look at the top 50. I think we got the number 2 spot. Yeah, we got Danelle H with the number 2 spot. Doing well, making money every day. We got Gary K at number 7. Looks good. I think that might be it for us, though. But yeah, we're doing good. We got the number 2 and the number 7 spots. So we got 2 people in the top 10. So a pretty big percentage overall in the competition. And so not bad. We'll see if we can finish the day out strong tomorrow. And yeah, team, have a good day. Like I said, hit that like button if you want to help support us. Good luck. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day, guys. And oh, also, like I said, you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link one more time. A great way to help support our free content here. And, allows you to day trade short stocks with no PDT rule for less than $400. Comes with the course, a demo account, a paper trading account to trade with. Comes with a lot of cool stuff. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. Like I said, I think it's the cheapest way a new trader can get started in the market. You could also check out trade ideas. All of this stuff is just a great way to help support our free content. We do make a commission if you sign up through both of these. And so, like I said, I definitely appreciate the support. Good luck in the markets, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.